Am I wrong if I be a nigga ass? Am I wrong if I be a nigga ass? Shout out to Calico. The women tonight went to the event like, am I wrong if I be a nigga ass? We gonna talk about it. I know the men won the series 4-3 game 7, but this is like the election. The men might have won the electoral, but the women won the popular vote. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. Battle rap, hold it down. Hey, Soundwaves, I'm straight to it. Casey J. You know, hold on. My bad. Let me do her theme music. Da 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 da. Casey J had the eye of the tiger. She had the eye of the tiger, and she stole cold stunner, sweet chin, music, tombstone, rock bottomed, penegreed swamp. It was bad. Unlike Casey J, it wasn't Purdy. It wasn't like in the wood. I think you Purdy. It wasn't Purdy. Baby. Yeah, that. And the thing is, what I love about Swamp is Swamp kept it a buck, and he said like he thought he was gonna go in there, play around, do whatever he wanted, and it wasn't that. I was expecting the prediction. I had Swamp win because I thought he was gonna go in there trying to take her out. Not take her out. Don't know times that you asked me how. I thought he was gonna try to get her out of there, but he went in there lax, and she caught him slipping. And that's what it is. She was barring his life away, back to back. And we knew that. We knew that was gonna happen, but I thought Swamp was gonna have. Swamp just didn't do enough. And Casey J was right in the face-off. She was right. Like, if he would have, it seemed like he didn't have a real approach to how to battle Casey. And it showed. So, shout out to Casey J. She won 3-0. No debating. And shout out to the Bardashians. She need to get recruited by Rum Nitty and Geechee Gotti to every fucking bar, because that's what she was doing. But on to the next battle. On to the next battle. Next, we have Nitty versus C3. Am I wrong? I was wrong again. I thought Rum Nitty was gonna go in there. No disrespect to C3, but I thought Rum Nitty, because of the Reed Dallas battle, he was gonna go in there and go to the moon. And C3 was like, no, come down here. This battle's very debatable to me. I'm not mad if somebody has C3 winning. I'm not mad if somebody had Rum Nitty winning. It was that close. Rum Nitty did his thing, C3 did his thing, did her thing. Whoa, my bad. And shout out to Rum Nitty for apologizing for the whole suicide comment in the face-off. Like, shout out to him for manning up on that, because I really felt a type of way about it. But man, see, I go back and forth on the first because Rum Nitty was doing what Rum Nitty do, back-to-back punches, and C3 was doing punches as well, and she was angling. And the one way to beat a puncher is to angle. That's why to the culture, he lost to Reed, because Reed was able to angle him. And that first was effective to me by C3, but then Rum Nitty did something that he never does. He actually talked about his life, talked about what's going on. See, C3 came in the first talking about, you only rap about guns because you have nothing else going on. And then Rum Nitty rebutted that, talking about, yeah, man, I went through this tragedy, and people didn't even know. Like, I was like, dope. This is what we need from Nitty. We need something a little bit different. This is what we need. So I was gonna give C3 the first, but the first is less effective to me now because of Rum Nitty's second. So I don't know. I gotta go Rum Nitty first and second. C3 the third, even though both people's third was shaky, baby. Can see their voice. Both Rum Nitty and C3's thirds were shaky. But I'll have to say C3's was more potent. So I'll give C3 the third. But I'm not mad if somebody gives C3 the battle. I'm not. And this is the thing with Rum Nitty. I think we need a chance to miss Rum Nitty. We've been seeing Rum Nitty even in a pandemic almost every other week. I think it's gone to the point, and Verb said this a long time ago. He said it with Rock. People could get tired of Rock. Yeah, he might be the number one guy right now, but please believe people are eventually gonna get tired of him. And it's the same thing with Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty's the app guy. People love him on the app, but people are eventually gonna get tired of him. I think that's the case. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. People need to miss Nitty. Say we don't see Nitty till the next Gnome, and let Gnome be in a building on a big stage. Oh my God. He'll come in there like, how you disrespect God? He'll come in there like Lux in a suit. Let him not battle until Gnome next year in a building, bruh. I think people need a chance to miss Nitty. And shout out to Nitty, man. For also, he's saying people saying I lost, people saying I need to do more. I'm gonna try different things. That's what he did in second. So shout out to Nitty, man. That's why he's in my top 5. No debating. And once again, C3 did her thing as well. She did her damn thing as well. So shout out to them. Close battle, debatable in my opinion, but I have Rum Nitty edging C3. But with that being said, next we have What's That in the Sky? What's that in the sky? It's E-Heart Soul Lifted High. It wasn't even, oh my God. Lord of mercy. It was, oh man, not again. You're getting bodied by an NWX nigga. Like, it wasn't, man. And see, E-Heart did her thing. K-Shine versus E-Heart. E-Heart did her thing, right? Like, she was good. The first and second round, she was going crazy, right? Like, she was going crazy. Man. Oh man, my favorite line of battle was E-Heart was like, nigga, what, nigga, who? Like, E-Heart was talking, but it just levels to this shit, man. It's levels to this shit. And you don't bet against K-Shine. K-Shine hasn't lost, clearly, since Hitman, and that's a whole 3 years ago. It's been more than 3 years. September, August of 2017, he hasn't clearly lost. Like, K-Shine don't lose, man. He has anything you want in a battle rapper, K-Shine does. You want performance, you want bars, you want delivery. Like, he does it all, man. He just showed the class. And see, K-Shine versus E-Heart is an example of what people think men versus women battle rap is. Where the women, yeah, they're good, but they ain't at the men's level. When people say that, they think of this, but this is the epitome of what people think when they say, women can't hang with the men. Yeah, they good, but there's level to this. K-Shine versus E-Heart is an epitome of that. Even though it ain't that, and we about to get into it very soon. Well, that's what people think when they say, oh, men versus women. No, K-Shine is just that nigga. He's that nigga. Nigga what, nigga who? E-Hard? Nigga what, nigga who? K-Shine. That nigga shine. Like, nigga what, nigga who is K-Shine. K-Shine, nigga, that's who. That's what. So K-Shine did his thing all 3 rounds. This is a body. No debating. once again, when people think of body, it's not that E-Heart did her thing, but it's just levels to this, man. It's levels. It's levels. It's just level. So, shout out to E-Heart. Yeah, she slipped up, choked in the third. Sean in the third was like, "You sure, bro?" I never heard somebody like so disappointed about somebody about to choke or choking. It's like, "You sure?" It Hart didn't even have. Oh man, that 40 bars. E-Heart 2-on-2. What a difference a year makes. Oh my God. Everybody going on 40's ass, literally. Hey. Everybody going on 40's ass about a 2-on-2. Now a year later, how's it looking? How's it looking now a year later? I'm just saying. But Sean did work. And speaking of Sean, where's Daylight at, man? Where's Daylight? Come on, man. Somebody need to challenge K-Sean. Come on. Where's Daylight at? How Rock lose a Daylight and got Mook? Daylight been telling y'all losing a new win. How you beat Rock and the opponent you beat get Mook? Man, whatever, bruh. Anyway, on to the next one. On to the next one. DNA versus Vixen the Assassin. Before we even get into the battle, give it up for the ladies. There is a God somewhere. Can you see what I see? There is a God somewhere. I'll just leave it at that. If you know, you know. Give it up for the ladies. Lord mercy. Anyway. Vixen the Assassin vs. DNA went exactly how I thought it was going to go. I talked about in the face-off, in the prediction, watching the face-off, it was like watching a popular girl talk to the nerd in high school, at the lunch table, at recess. Well, you don't have recess in high school. Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, it was, here's the thing. We're gonna be straight up. We're gonna be straight up with this. I'm not a DNA fan. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe what he says. Not to say that anybody in battle rap are doing what they actually are saying, but I just don't believe him. I'm sorry. I just don't believe DNA when he raps. And that's a problem for me. And DNA is a top tier. Like we ain't gonna take nothing away from DNA. He a top tier. Don't get that twisted. But going to this battle, I'm like, all right, well, if we're talking bar wise, Vixen probably has better bars. If we're talking delivery, Vixen probably has better delivery. Vixen probably has more performance. She has that it factor. Let me tell you something. When I first saw Vixen, it was versus Kofi Brown. That was like a year and a half ago. And she looked like a vet. First time seeing her off the bat, I'm like, oh, she been here before. She a vet. She had an aura of a vet, which she is. But she had the aura of, I'm that nigga. I'm Queen B. Shout out to Lil' Kim. I'm Queen B out here. She had that aura. It's something that you can't, it's just that it factor. And I knew, and somebody like that versus DNA can't combat that, especially from a female. DNA can't combat that. Here's the thing, man. No disrespect to DNA, but most people have DNA as what? Corny, right? As a cornball. You're a cornball. No, wait. We knew him way before y'all. Charlie. But no, we it's just, It's just different. It's just different, man. Vixen the Assassin. Vixen the Assassin. It's just different. Different. And most importantly, she had a point to prove. She had a point. She had a point to each and every round. A point in each and every round. Talking about the work she put in. Talking about what DNA has been doing. Like, she had a point in every round. And she was barking. She had haymakers. She's probably the performer of the night. She had haymakers. The super, like, oh my God. What? Yeah, I got DNA on my phone. Do not answer. Like, oh my God. And DNA was putting in work. DNA was going off too, though. His first, his second. Every time DNA went, you was like, oh man, that's gonna be hard to beat. Vixen leveled up. Second round, oh DNA, that's gonna be hard to beat. Vixen leveled up. Third round, oh man, DNA talking, that's gonna be hard to beat. Vixen leveled up. And that's exactly how I thought it was gonna go. So, shout out to Queen Bee. And she said in the end of the third round, shout out to Queen Bee, man. I'm gonna start calling her Queen Bee because Vixen made her URL debut. It's going to be, I don't know if she's going to have a daylight problem. I don't know if people going to really want to bow to her. I'm just saying, I don't know. We're going to see. But see, when you that good, you usually don't get a call. You usually don't get calls. She might have that daylight problem, but we're going to see. But shout out to DNA. Shout out to Vixen the Assassin. Oh, there is a God somewhere. Sexual chocolate. Anyway, on to the next one. Charlie, are you real? When a make-believers want to make you a believer. I knew what happened was fitting to happen. I said a prediction, as dope as Charlie is, as dope as he's going to be, ain't nothing like a woman scoring. Once again, not saying Couture is scoring, but she can talk you down. A woman can talk you down that knows you and make it believable like no other person can. It just, man. I don't know what type of special move Charlie thinks that grunt is, but you need to stop that, bruh. You need to stop. You need to stop right now. You gotta stop that grunting, man. That's uncomfortable. It's unusual. It's just, you gotta stop it. But going to the battle, man. It's like they can match each other wit for wit, bar for bar. Performance, Charlie might have just a little bit better. Might be a little bit better in terms of a performer. But I'm like, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to who has the better angles. I knew this going in. I said, who's gonna have the better angles going into the battle? It's going to be Couture. It's her first time on URL. You think she's gonna try to headshot Charlie Clips on her debut on URL, on Caffeine? She gonna try to get Charlie out of here? Charles in charge is not in charge. She was dope, man. And Charlie was dope too. But she was dope, man. She'd been there before. She didn't really have she was kind of slipping up here and there. She was slipping up here and there, but it wasn't too crazy. But the battle went exactly how people thought it was gonna go. It pretty much went how everybody thought it was gonna go. Talking about the love life, their past, what happened, and why they broke up, and it was cringy at times. It was entertaining and cringy at times. At one point, I was like, "This should be on Only." Yo, Couture did a Bonnie Godiva versus Averb. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. Like, so it was It was kind of strange at times, awkward at times. But Charlie, man. Charlie was stumbling, fumbling, bubbling. First, second, and third, it was... Come on, Charlie, man. Charlie. Come on, man. You gotta tighten that up, bro. You got it. But yeah, Couture. Here's the thing: the results. This is where I'll talk about. Yeah, you might have won the electoral vote. Charlie Clips won the electoral vote, but Couture won the popular vote. We all know Couture won that battle. Low key might be, even though no, I think I had Charlie win in a second, but Couture won that battle clear to me. Like, it's no debating. She won that battle clear, and to have the results come in that Charlie beat her 2,000 votes to 7,000 each, like, come on, bro. Shout out to the Wild 'N Out fans that decided to watch battle rap today. Shout out to you. I hope you stick around because that's the only way Charlie won the results. The only way. Dead. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Shout out to Conceited. Shout out to all the Wild 'N Out girls. Shout out to the DJ. That's the only way he won this. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the real MVP. Y'all the real MVP because y'all got Charlie that battle on paper, but niggas know. Yeah, niggas know. Niggas know what it is. Real recognize real, hoes do too. So we gonna leave it at that. Next battle, Arsenal versus Official. Arsenal went to that motherfucker like, oh, you wanted to be one way. But it's the other way. Shout out Marlo from The Wire. We thought it was gonna be one way, but it went the other way. Like, it was Arsenal. We thought Arsenal was going there playing around, fooling around, and Official was just gonna bar his head off, but it was not that. Arsenal and Official were cooking. Going bar for bar, back and forth. Like dead ass, like going back and forth, bar for bar. And so with that, and we knew Arsenal was going to outperform Official, it's like Arsenal just had a little bit more special sauce. That's all it was. Official was dope. You can argue Official second and first. You can argue. I'm not mad if somebody argues for Official her second and her first. I think she clearly lost her third. But you can argue the first and second for Official. I just had Arsenal. Low key. I just had him low key edging every round. He just had a little bit more special sauce. That's all. He had that Good Booger Ed. He had Ed's special sauce. Good Booger. Like, yeah, it was just a little bit more. It just had a little bit more, man. And then, once again, Official did her thing though. And this nigga said, "Yeah, you said he's gonna wrap your ass. He said he's gonna wrap your ass off. Look like he did." That was crazy. That's how he ended his round in the third. Yo, he said I turned a 100 to a 55 like a state trooper coming. Like what? Oh my god. But once again, shout out to Official, man. Just ours. Yeah, he was just a little bit better. He was just a little bit better that night. Just a little bit better. That's all. But going into, I'm gonna need energy for this.